Hey, it's Big Game James McCarty, Sports Director at Flag Family Media, here with the Associate Head Coach, right?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I'm getting the title down in year two. Spenser Bland of the Dragon men's basketball program. A handful of games into the year, non-conference behind us. What do you think you've learned as a team in that non-conference?
I think we're still figuring things out. I think there's a lot of good things that have come from it. I think the chemistry, as you're seeing, the guys get along really, really well, both on and off the court. But I think some of those things obviously take time. And so only 6 games into the season, we've done some really good things. We've also seen a lot of things in which, hey, we can clean this area up. And as the NSIC goes, you got to kind of clean it up fast because there's no games where you've got a chance to kind of figure yourselves out. Every team is going to give you their best shot. And so for us, it's just, focusing on us, continuing to get better as a group in practice and in film. We're doing a lot more film with this group as we got some new faces, and so that's been something that's very beneficial to us. But on top of that, man, I think these first 6 games have been good, not great, and so that's what we're trying to aim for as we kind of get into this kind of new stretch of the season come conference play.
Trying to take a negative from the last couple weeks and turn it into a positive. Having Jameer out of the lineup for a couple of games at this point, what opportunities, though, has it presented for your team to progress, and especially the transfers in to try and find their role in this team?
Yeah, Jameer's a tough one, man. You lose a guy like that, and obviously he's getting healthy and doing what he needs to do off the court. But that's a first-team all-league guy. You got to try and replace some production. That being said, we have kind of that next man up mentality. We truly believe, and so are you going to replace him exactly? No. We don't have another guy on the roster like Jameer. We don't have another guy like Jacob or Jenny or all these different guys. But that being said, it gives guys an opportunity to step up and start to play in some probably bigger and more prominent roles, and so we've had some guys do that. But again, I think part of that's the figuring out. We still, like you said, we got some new faces with Levi and Sam and Jaden, some really good transfers. And on top of that, we got some freshmen. Sean Wysocki's playing incredibly well, and so it's fitting pieces to a puzzle, trying to figure out kind of where those holes and those gaps are. But again, you lose a guy who is as productive and has had the career that he's had so far here at MSUM in Jameer, and so it's kind of next man up, but it's all hands on deck mentality.
I had asked Cobb about him as well. You just mentioned Wysocki. What has he done this season that has forced you to not be able to redshirt him in a program that, in my opinion, everything I've ever seen has been trying to push guys in the redshirt to get a year under their belt before they play college?
Yeah, I think the era of college basketball has just changed a little bit just with transfers and this and that. But at the end of the day, we're going to play guys that we feel are ready to go contribute, that are going to be able to, have a really good year as an 18-year-old. And that's hard to do in this league. It's a grown man's league. But what Sean has done is just show up every single day. That kid doesn't miss a day. His energy is infectious. You can see with his length at 6'6", 6'7", his ability to defend as well as play numerous positions offensively. He's that kind of Swiss Army knife in which, hey, early in practice and in the preseason, we're looking at each other I don't know if we're going to be able to redshirt this guy. And it's a great thing as a coach. Obviously, we love to redshirt guys, develop them for a year, save their best year for when they're 23, 24, not when they're, 18, 19. But Sean's one of those guys where he's producing. He's doing a lot of really good things, but at the end of the day, he's still a freshman. And so with a guy like Jameer going out, a guy like Sean can kind of step in and play a variety of different roles. So it's been great for him. That being said, he's been throwing kind of the fire right away, and he's done a great job handling it. But with freshmen come some mistakes and expectations of, hey man, you're new, you're learning. But that kid doesn't ever lack enthusiasm or effort, he's an incredible guy to be around, and he's done a really, really good job early on.
You begin conference play this week, Thursday, Northern State, and Saturday at UMarion Bismarck. What challenges do they present, and how do you guys need to go about your business to be successful kicking off conference play?
Yeah, we're going to handle our business the way that we always have, one day at a time, not focusing about Saturday before we get, until after the Northern game. And so our focus right now is on Northern. They're a new team. They got a lot of different faces. They still love to shoot the ball, and so we got to do a great job protecting that three-point line and making sure that we're doing our job in terms of personnel and kind of team strategy and whatnot. But you know how this league is, man. It's a battle every single night. I don't care where you are in terms of conference standings, in terms of preseason rank. You're already seeing it with teams adding into the top 25, with teams leaving the top 25, but conference is a whole different beast. And so for us, it's one day at a time. It's handling the business that we have directly in front of us. So for that, it's Northern tomorrow, and then from beyond that, we'll take it a day at a time. But man, we know this league. We know we're going to get everyone's best shot. And for us being kind of a new but old team, we got to figure out ourselves quick, and I think we've done a decent job. But conference will definitely expose some things that, hey, we got to fix it and fix it fast. But we're excited for it. We're excited for that challenge.
Awesome. Well, Coach, thanks for coming down. Always appreciate it, and good luck this weekend. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you.
I'm Big Game James McCarty alongside Associate Head Coach of the Dragon men's basketball program, Spenser Bland. Have a great rest of your day.